Before we start the meditation, I want you to have a little clarity on what kind of meditation we are going to do. This is called as coherence meditation. Now, the meaning of coherence meditation basically means alignment between my heart and my mind. Now, usually during the day when we are living our life, people who are vibrating at a negative frequency or even at a normal frequency, heart and mind is not vibrating at the same frequency, which means it is not in sync. It is not aligned with each other. Look at it this way. If there is a bike and there are two wheels, if both the wheels are not aligned with each other, will the bike work at perfect productivity? No, it won't. Are there chances of accident? Yes. Now, this is exactly what happens in our brain when our brain is not in sync with our heart. The moment there is synchronization between the way the heart is beating and the brain is beating. Did you know that in reality, when we breathe, there's a part of our brain that actually squeezes, literally. If you must have seen it in some movies where they show brain surgery, the brain actually moves. Now, when you're breathing, if you could sync your heart rate with your brain throbbing, moving like this, that is called synchronization or alignment or coherence breathing. Now, this technique or this science has been in India for thousands of years. But there's an institution in US called as Heart Math Institute, and they discovered this and converted this into a scientific instrument. I'll show you the website of that company right now. And about 17 years before, I discovered that company for the first time. And believe it or not, 17 years ago, I actually purchased that gadget that they had invented. And since then, I have been using the HeartMath device for breathing and for learning coherence breathing. Now, I don't use that device anymore because I've got used to that kind of breathing in my day-to-day life. But that is called as coherence breathing. I'll show you how it looks on their website right now. So this is called as that heartmath.com website. I'll give you the link to that website in the chat window, don't worry. Whenever we are stressed, whenever we are going through any kind of negative frequency in our life, our heart and our mind is never in sync. So this is what your ECG will look like. If you read your pulse rate through your heart, or you can even hook on to your pulse machine, this is what your heart rate would look like if you are stressed in life. But if you are breathing in a perfect coherence breathing, which means in alignment with your mind and your heart together, what you see on the right side is coherence breathing. Now, they are saying that all you need for coherence breathing is be in a grateful state of mind and consciously breathe. If you consciously breathe while focusing on gratitude of something that you have in your life, you automatically get into alignment breathing with your heart and your mind. And your brain EEG or ECG for your heart will look the way I showed you right now. So many years ago, about 17 years ago, when I bought this machine, let me show you how it actually looks. So if you go here on their website, and if you look at shop, so this is the device, what you see on the right side. It says EM Wave 2. When I purchased this device for the first time, I thought of doing some experiments at home. And here is the experiment I did for the first time many years ago. I obviously have plants at home. And now I wanted to prove that at the energy level, we're all one. So I was using this as an experiment to prove that we are one at energy level. So what I did was I got the plant inside my house and I used this device. This device has a small clip that you put to your ears or to your finger to read your pulse rate. Do you know that you can check your pulse rate and you can check your heart rate through that? This is that device that does that. So I got that device and it comes with a small clip that you can either put it on your ears or you can put it on your finger and it'll read your heart rate or your pulse rate. Now I took this clip and guess what I did? I put it on a plant. Now, do you think plants have a heart rate, technically speaking? No. But here is the weird thing that happened. I put this clip on the plant on a leaf and this device is connected to your laptop with a software which shows the heart rate on the monitor. Believe it or not, it caught the heart rate of the plant. I was amazed. I was shocked. On screen, I could see the heart rate of the plant. How many of you remember we've been told that plants have life? Do you remember that plants have life? This was the biggest proof I had that plants have life. The way this device could catch my heart rate, it could also catch the heart rate of this plant. Now, here is the weird part. I did an experiment with a law of attraction batch that I was teaching those days at home, where all my students were sitting together. And I told them that while I had connected this device to the plant, I said, look at the plant and start saying to the plant, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And the moment we started doing that on screen, you know what happened? The heart rate went crazy. It just went crazy. And the heart rate dropped. Like there was a normal higher frequency, middle frequency, and lower frequency. It just dropped. Like it had a crash down. How many of you think this is crazy? But just to prove that this is truly happening, here is what we did. We all together looked at the plant and said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just thank you, nothing else, just thank you. And in 30 seconds, you know what happened? The heart rate went up and it started going into beautiful waves and started getting coherent instead of that misalignment in heart and brain. It started looking the way I showed you on the screen right now on the HeartMath website, where it was beautiful waves, okay, like radio waves. And then we started doing it on each other. And believe it or not, when the whole room started vibrating at just that synchronized coherence breathing, that machine was showing for the plant synchronized breathing, which means the room frequency had gone up. Now, this was experimented in China in a medicine-less hospital also, and they cure people by breathing in this pattern first and then healing people with that. So this is the experiment which I realized Dr. Joe Dispenza is doing in his actual long 1-week workshops, which is what I'm going for next week to US. He makes people practice the HeartMath breathing, which is the coherence breathing. People circle around together. They breathe in a certain pattern, which is what we are going to practice right now. They take one person who's not feeling well and they make that person lie down in the center. And once these people who are in the circle start breathing in a specific pattern, they take both their hands, and as they're breathing, they are keeping their hands towards the person who needs healing. And they just start visualizing that this person is healed. This person is healed. And believe it or not, they start getting magical results over there. The person who's lying down starts feeling so much love that many times those people start having tears of joy. Now, obviously, when I come back, I'll have more personal experience for you. But let's start practicing coherence breathing now. And it's very simple. You don't even need a machine for it. The simple way to look at it is, one, focus on gratitude, which means, are we going to focus on what we don't have in life? No, we're going to focus on what we have in our life. So you simply need to start saying thank you and think of something that you have. And it doesn't have to be big things, like thank you for the electricity in your room right now. Right? How many of you think we take that electricity for granted? Yes or no? But imagine if right now the light was gone. What would be the biggest problem in your life right now? Getting married? No. Electricity. How many of you agree with that? You see, small things, but we take them for granted. So say thank you for the electricity you have. Say thank you for the Zoom channel that you have right now. Right? Say thank you for the device that you're using to connect with each other right now. Say thank you for internet. There are so many things in your room that you could say thank you for. If you were doing meditation without the chair that you're sitting on, suddenly it wouldn't be that comfortable. How many of you agree with that? So can we say thank you for the chair? Sure. If you simply start saying thank you for every small thing, your heart goes into coherence breathing. Your heart and your mind starts breathing at the same time. That's one. Two, while you're breathing, use your intuitions to check that you're breathing in and you're breathing out at a certain balanced pace. Now, you don't need any machine for that. Your own body can be a judge of that. Example, breathe in. Now, if you're doing this, do you think this is in sync? No, it's not, right? But if you're breathing in, let's say, of a count of 1, 2, 3, and you have a kind of a natural 1, 2, 3 up and a 1, 2, 3 down, you don't necessarily need to count, but can you make a judgment of, am I balanced in my breathing? Inhale and exhale. Can we judge that by our feelings? So just use your natural body intuitions and body feelings to breathe in and to breathe out in a specific rhythm. That's all you need to do. If you can match with me, that is better. Why? Because as you're matching with me, because all of you are working with me, guess who are we working with? We're working with everybody in the room here. Now, some crazy magic can happen when 175 people are on Zoom connected to each other intentionally and breathing in the same pattern. Do you think there could be a higher level of vibration that could be generated right now? Raise your hands, yes or no. Now, you don't have to be in the same room for that. You can be on Zoom and create the same experience. When I come back from Joe Dispenza's workshop, one of the experiments that I want to do is I want to do the same tests that he does before and after the workshop. I want you to do the same blood test with me. I want you to do the same EEG test with me. I want you to do the same ECG test with me. And we'll spend one full day on Zoom doing meditation. And then after that, we'll do the same test again. How many of you would love to do that? And on Zoom, I have a belief we'll have the same results. Why? Because at the energy level, we are all what? We're all one. So at a higher frequency level, there is no time and space. Remember that. At a higher energy level, there is no time and space. Universe is there where? Everywhere. At what time? Every time. So we transcend time. You remember yesterday I spoke about transcending time? So when we start doing these meditations in a group together, I believe we are going to transcend time and we're going to transcend space. There's no space between you and me. We're at the same time, same place every time, the moment we all vibrate at the same frequency and the same heart math. Are you ready for this? Perfect. So I'm going to start some beautiful music, which is the 432 hertz music to support us with that healing music. I'm going to breathe with you. You breathe with me. And hopefully we're all breathing at the same time. And all you need to do is say thank you for something while you're breathing and say thank you for small, small things. At one point, I'm going to ask you to stop saying thank you and just breathe so that you go into that balanced state where you don't even need to say thank you for anything. Perfect. So get ready. Sit straight. Beautiful. Relax your breathing first. Make it normal. Make it level. And now exhale with your mouth. Inhale with your nose. Stop saying thank you for anything and just focus on your breathing with my hands. Let's go. And just focus on your breathing. And as you're exhaling, focus on the breath going out of your mouth. When you inhale with me, focus on the breath going in your nose. love easily in that exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Rub your hands together and put all that energy on your face. Okay, we are done. Before you sleep at night, work on at least 3 minutes more of coherence breathing. And as you breathe coherence breathing and you do this alignment breathing with your heart and your mind, start with thank you and slowly stop the thank you. And then just keep breathing and focus on your breathing. And at one point, you will go to sleep. Go to sleep, that breathing will automatically continue.